Hey, what's up, everyone? Sean here with BlueRidgeSilverhound. I want to thank you guys for joining in on a coin market update. We have some pretty big news regarding a very specific U.S. Mint product that I think is finally reached its end of life and is no longer for sale for the foreseeable future. Now, this could be attributed to a few things. But we'll get to that here in a moment when appropriate. But anyways, if you guys haven't kind of taken a look and really examined what's going on in the coin market, most specifically silver proof sets, then you're probably not aware, or you're missing out on what could be a little bit of an opportunity for a lot of you to maybe flip some of these sets while people are paying up for them. Now, the 2021 Silver Proof set, as you guys know, was just released on April 22nd, okay, with very little fanfare. I mean, nobody was really talking about this. I think a few guys on our live coin Q&A panel brought it up as something that, you know, they'll probably go in, just buy one just to have one. The strange thing is that these things are so much more expensive, and this year they are $105 plus any applicable kind of like shipping fees and all that stuff. To kind of recap what you receive in the 2021 Silver Proof set, the two remaining quarters. Now, the last quarter is the Tuskegee Airmen, America the Beautiful National Park quarter is in there. That coin is crafted from 999 fine planchet. Okay, and there is also the new Washington crossing the Delaware quarter, which that one is also a 999 fine coin. So we also have the Roosevelt dime and the Kennedy half dollar, which are also silver, same composition. But of course, you also have the Lincoln cent, Jefferson nickel, and the Native American dollar also in this set. So compared to years past, and we'll take a look at the 2020 Silver Proof set, because that's where a lot of kind of like the buzz is right now. I think even more so since I'm doing this video, it's going to generate some questions in the secondary market. People are going to be talking about it. But the one main difference with this set is, first of all, there are less coins in here compared to 2021. As you guys know, in 2020, you actually got 5 America the Beautiful coins, okay, all 999 fines. So in a way, you know, the price of these have jumped up quite a bit, but you get less coins. Another thing that we also want to keep in mind compared to 2020 is that they released a special freebie coin, which was a West Point proof coin. I think with the Silver Proof set, it was the reverse proof Jefferson nickel that they had released to people that bought the 2020 Silver Proof sets. For 2021, there is no freebie coin to be had, which in kind of a way generated and added a lot more value to the set. And I think people were kind of really low on this set specifically because there was no more freebie coin, and you lost, compared to the years past, 3 less silver coins. But the price went. Last year's issue was $60. This year, it's nearly doubled. It's $105. You know, maybe not quite nearly doubled, but man, it has jumped up quite a bit. $45 is a pretty big jump. Now, some would say the whole silver market, the PM market, has kind of attributed the price spikes in a lot of these, and I would tend to agree. We've also heard just through some backroom mumblings that silver is very scarce right now, and that the U.S. Mint is having kind of a difficult time getting some supplies of silver for their own coinage. So that's also another X factor in the actual market and where we're at today with these coins. So $105, if you were to buy just one of these, of course, you know, you have the option of paying just like kind of like the base shipping rate, which I believe is like $5. and then there's expedited options along the way. As you can see, it says add to bag, which means this is still available. All right. The thing about silver proof sets or the regular clad proof sets or even the upcoming US mint set, which are all circulation strike coinage, is that these have I'm not going to say infinite, but these are minted to demand. So on the silver set, I want to be particularly careful because, again, with the shortage of the supply of the actual intrinsic metal, you might see this silver proof set for 2021 kind of like wane back and forth between being unavailable and then add to bag, which means they've produced more and they were able to source out more supply of silver. But the clad and the U.S. mint circulation coins, the mint sets, are generally around for about a year and a half before they go out of, not out of print because these things aren't printed, but they're out of production, and then that's it. You can't get them anymore. So that is the silver proof set. Pretty incredible, considering that it is still available and there's no finite limit to these. You could order like 100 sets if you wanted to. The secondary market kind of tells a different story. Okay, we use eBay as a secondary market, but just take a look at some of the prices people are asking for the 2021 US Mint silver proof sets. Now, even if there are no bids or anything on that, I mean, we do have this one here with shipping at $135. It seems very crazy that you would go on there anyways to buy that for that amount of money. You have to pay taxes, and out the door you're going to end up being, unless you're in a tax-free state when it comes to sales tax. But it would be just insane to be out the door at like $145 on a silver proof set when you can go on the US Mint website and simply pick it up for $105 plus shipping. And you see like $166 over here. This is a regular clad proof set at $54. That set is actually still available for nearly half that price on the US Mint website, and they couldn't give those away fast enough. And at the end of the day, the mintages on the proof sets are still going to be sub 500K, which is extremely low. But keep in mind, proof sets are kind of a love it, hate it type product from the US Mint, and it's been around for the longest time. Popularity has plummeted since the 80s, so that's why we see some pretty low mintage numbers. But could that all change in the future as more people come into coin collecting? The newer collectors are going to gravitate and aim for those proof sets and mid sets and things like that. But just go ahead and take a look. There is about probably a 20% markup on a set that you could still buy for $105 plus shipping. 105, right? Yeah, 105. It's just insane to me that these prices would even exist. But now these are all asking prices, right? Have any of them actually sold? Well, let's go ahead and take a look. And sure enough, there have been some. Modern Coin Mart, who has a pretty big presence on eBay, sold listing for $129. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Here's another one for $120, and then there's $5.95 with shipping. So you're looking at out the door about $133 for that one. Here, like let's say California tax, which is ridiculous. $125 over here. Here's another one for $140 for a brand new 2021S silver proof set. As you can see, it goes on and on and on and on. Now, is this a case of really smart sellers taking advantage of naive buyers? It could possibly be, but we could also look at the other kind of like other side of this. Not a lot of people that really think about. There are people that just don't like to deal with the US Mint specifically for whatever reason. I could figure out a few different things that I would be, mad about of the US Mint. More specifically, some of those really premier limited edition coins with very low mintages, like the gold eagles that had sold, about 2 months ago, sold out just like that. And then we got the Piece of Morgan Dollar series coming up at the end of the month, which I think will peeve a lot of people just because of how poorly ran the website is on the U.S. Mint side. But if you could see, I mean, $73 for just the 2 quarters. Okay, people are actually breaking up the sets, selling the quarters on its own at $73 a piece. So, but if you look, look on down the line, I mean, these are all recent sales within the last week. There's another one at $138.50. They even have the 2021 West Point proof American Eagles with the outgoing Mercanti reverse that people are flipping as well. But $73 to $80 for the 2 quarters is strange. It's crazy. 145. This one here for 200. This is a silver proof coin set, NGC gem proof. All right, so that's the first day of issue. I am assuming that they're going to send the actual proof cases, and it looks like it's got a little NGC slab label on there by Modern Coin Mart. But yeah, 142. People are paying about 20-25% over market. When these are going to be continually available, people are just not really, paying real true attention to where you could source these out. Because again, silver proof sets will be available in as big numbers as you want it to be, all the way up probably until the same time next year. Okay, when we begin to see a cycle of the new 2022 silver proof sets come out. All right, so that's probably not the biggest news. Okay, the biggest news in all of this is coming from the 2020 product schedule, and this is something that just flipped maybe about a week ago, but I wanted to bring it to your guys' attention. April 17th of last year, which is just over a year ago, the silver proof set came out for 2020. Okay, these are now officially on Remind Me status. More than likely, these are done, which really just falls in line to the actual completion time period of previous product sales for the U.S. Mint of the previous year. That's what I was trying to say. But anyways, the 2020 silver proof set, it looks like it's toast. And specifically, this is the set that has the reverse proof West Point Jefferson nickel. All right, which is this guy right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's in that little baggie right there. And there's a close-up of those coins. So these are currently unavailable. More likely it's done. Again, this is the set with more silver in it. Instead of the 2021 where you only had 2 silver quarters, this has 5. All right, and at the same price. All right, so the last time I was on with you guys talking about U.S. Mint products, I had talked about the 2020 silver proof set. This is a release at like somewhere between $60 and $70. And when they released the brand new 2021 at $105, they went back and actually made this one $105 as well, in spite of the fact that there are more silver, much more silver content in this set than there is in the brand new 2021. Which again, is that kind of like a lapse in the U.S. Mint, kind of like if we're going by like silver value today, did they underprice this one, or is the 2021 overpriced? Considering that there have been some secondary market sales for between like 130, 140. It's again, that's a crazy notion, just seeing that kind of market activity on something that you could still buy today at the U.S. Mint price of 105. So yeah, the 2020 silver proof sets, and yeah, I think these are done. And I think a lot of other people and investors and collectors are seeing that also. Okay, and that's all proof positive in the eBay selling page. Now, we're not at the completed sales. We're actually onto the sales that are available right now, either via auction or buy it now, add to cart listings. So the first one that we see here, and this is by ending soonest, so this is the earliest set that will sell by auction, is a 2020 U.S. Mint silver proof set, which will be ending in about 21 hours. But as you can see, through 36 bids, this one is up to $144.25. So we have about a $40 profit already if no one else bids on it. My only question is this going to have the nickel? Oops. And it does not appear so. These are just the coins without the freebie. All right, so that's a game changer right there. I think the overall value in this particular sell, like if this seller sold the silver proof set by itself and then sold the West Point nickel separately, they would be making quite a bit of money off of these, because I believe those are starting to creep up to like $20, $25 a coin. I'm not sure. We could take a look at it together here in a moment. But the reverse proof Jefferson nickel West Point coin that was a freebie in this coin is not available in this particular listing. So it's just a set. But yeah, it would be interesting to see him. I'm actually going to save this one just to see where it ends. So it's going to end sometime tomorrow morning. Here's another one with 27 bids. This one does have the 2020 West Point reverse proof nickel. This one I also save, only because I want to see exactly how the market appears for both types. If you just sold the silver proof set by itself, or if you sold the silver proof set along with the freebie coin. For those of you that actually took advantage of buying some of these up, in 2020 was a very special year. Where we saw a very overactive, a very, very active coin market, and with the all the cool promos and different programs that the U.S. Mint and its director was implementing last year, there was a lot of things to get excited about. So I think generally silver proof sets are not a very sexy investment by themselves. If we looked at like 2019, 18s, and all that, I don't think they perform quite as well as what we're seeing here for 2020. So we obviously have some speculators, some investors coming in here, trying to scoop some of these up, and we're seeing much higher prices as a result. So let's go ahead and take a look at completed sold listings. Let's see, the first one. Let's see, this is the limited edition set. You remember me talking about this. I thought it was going to be a snooze fest of a set because they are very expensive, but I knew they would drop through the floor only because they had a higher release price. But here you go. Case in point, $180 plus $3.59 for shipping. My goodness. I mean, who would have thought that would sell for that kind of money, considering that about a week ago these were still available for purchase at the $105. So if you guys got in at some quantity, congratulations, you will be making money off of this at the tune of, after fees, what, $60 a set, which is pretty good. I mean, you know, that's not bad. I would certainly take that. Yeah, see, unavailable at the Mint. People are actually pitching that into their listings, and then now we're seeing just some ridiculous prices. Now, it's $175 with the West Point nickel, the freebie coin. If you got it without nickel, $139 is the listing right here. Let's see, here's $150. That's with the reverse proof nickel. That's April 30th. So between like 3 days, we are seeing the prices of these things continually creep up. But I'm actually going to go back to the actual live listings, and I wanted to show you guys something very, very interesting, aside from all other things before I let you guys go for the day. But yeah, the prices are extremely strong on this set, and it's been like that since these went out of stock a few weeks ago, or maybe about a week ago, or somewhere around there, because there's a lot of live listings that have sold here in the last 7 to 10 days. So yeah, we've seen this this all of a sudden kind of market surge, and if you guys are not particularly in love with your set, now might be a time to sell it. I don't know if this is sustainable Again, it's kind of a strange year because you do get a very exclusive low mintage West Point coin in there. If it's sold as a bundle, as a lot, and 2020 with the whole pandemic and all that, it's a very memorable time of life in general. And maybe people are attaching sentimental kind of things to these sets, and that's why the prices are shooting up. Among the actual silver melt value, which continues to be strong for the physical stuff, I've seen premiums of about $5 to $10 on these, especially the 1 ounce coins, more so the 1 ounce. But we're seeing pretty big coins in there that are selling for way more than probably is deserved. But what I wanted to show you, 77 listings, which for this subject right here of U.S. silver proof sets, I feel like is low. Now, are we going to see this number drop, to maybe 50 or maybe 40 as time goes on? Maybe throughout the summer that number will be down to like 50 or 60. We'll see. But maybe because of this video, we might see that increase. I have a few silver proof sets from last year that I could probably stand to sell those extras and use that to fund other things in my collection. We'll see. But yeah, it's hard to pass up $170, $180 for these silver proof sets. And I bought mine at the entry price of like $60, $68 or whatever it was. So I'm feeling really good about that. There was a lot more profit in buying it when you had bought it originally at that much lower price. So anyways, that's going to go ahead and do it. That is the Bitcoin news for today. Pretty crazy. I mean, there are people that don't realize that this is all happening behind the scenes. But now you guys know. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit that bell for instant notifications. And that's going to go ahead and do it. You guys take care. Happy hunting. And I will see you on the next coin video. Coinaholics. Discovering together, man. See ya.